it all the way down the hall and just drop it. Oops, sorry. That's all right, got it, thanks. Hey, you guys, you'll never guess what happened. So I had a chair delivered, or had it scheduled delivered for this afternoon, and they texted me and said, we're on our way. And I'm like, what? So I had to quickly make a sign for you guys to let you know I'm answering the door right now and letting a chair in my house. But it didn't take quite as long as I thought it was going to take. So we have a new chair. That was my Valentine's gift. I wanted a brand new swivel reclining chair for the living room because our furniture is so old and we can't replace it all at once, but one piece at a time, right? So yay, that's done. Now we're ready for Funfold Friday. No sound. Thank you. Okay. That's interesting. It says I have sound. Crap. Okay. Oh, okay. It wasn't me. It was, okay. Got it. Got it, Kim. Okay. Excellent. Oh, it's like, no, not one more thing. All right. I have got a super easy pop-up card for you guys. Do y'all like making pop-up cards? They're fun, especially for the grandkids. The grandkids love pop-up cards. So this card isn't especially grandkid friendly. I mean, it's flowers. We're using the favored flowers. So maybe an older girl, but anyways, that's what we're going to do today. I'm really excited to share that with you. Before we get started though, don't forget, you only have a little over a week left for celebration. So if you have any of those free items you still want, you need to get them now because once February 28th gets here, actually it's once March 1st gets here, you no longer can order from the celebration. It's done and all that stuff is retired. So so fun, so fun. Oh, and today's also the last day, my personal Valentine's special. Now, this is just something I'm doing for my customers. If you order the $50, you get 48 sheets, 6x6. It is current paper. It's just a kind of a variety of papers. So it's all the paper packs. And I've just, I'm trying to reduce my inventory because I've got the new catalog coming out and I'll be getting a whole bunch more paper. So I'm going to give you my paper so I can get new paper. Does that sound good? Sounds good. All right. Let's get started with today's card. I need to go here and there we go. All right. So here's our pop-up card. So it just looks like a regular card and then boom. Isn't that fun? It's so easy. Now you've probably seen the corner pop-up fold, but usually you see that diagonal right there. So I'm going to make it a little different. I've attached some cardstock on the front so that it looks like a regular size card. So when they open it, they really are surprised. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. You guys ready? Now, also remember all of the measurements are on my blog. Okay. All of the measurements are on the blog, creatingwithkristina.com. Okay, I see orange in the screen. Those are my Post-it notes. You don't need those. But Also, they're at the bottom of the screen. So let's get started. The very first thing we're going to do, let me go over to the comments. Oh, and also if you have a question mark, Susan says, are there dies for the owl stamps? No, there are no dies for the owl stamps. If you see dies online, they are an imitation. They are probably made in China and they're very cheap and will fall apart on you. But no, we personally did not make any dies for them. All right. Here we go. So first thing you need to do is create a template. So cut yourself a piece of cardstock that is 3.5 by 2.5. All right. So cut yourself a piece 2.5 by 3.5 and then cut it on the diagonal. All right. So that's your first step. Let me put that in the notes. Hold on. Switch over here. Oh, no, I have that up there already. Make the template. There we go. Got it on the screen. So that's our template. Now, I made mine out of that, that piece of white cardboard that you get in the paper packs that, it's kind of stiff. I use that because you want it to last a while, especially if you're going to make a whole bunch of these. And then also somewhere you can store it. So if you want to make one later, you can remember and go get it. So you don't have to make another one. All right. So then you need your card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored down the middle to fold in half. Switch templates. Here we go. Switch things. Oh, I can't talk this morning. I'm so hyper for my new chair. All right, there we go. Ta-da. Now is the fun part. So I'm going to get a bone folder here because I need this to lay flat. Okay. And then get your template. Come here, template. I won't pick up with these fingernails. Oh, come on. And lay it on your card. And use this score mark doesn't really matter because you're going to cover it up with cardstock. But if that bothers you, you can erase it. Okay. All right. So there is my score marks. Now get back your trimmer out and put those score marks in the groove. And this little piece needs to move. There we go. Where's my other score mark? There it is. So can you see what I'm doing, people? Do I need to zoom in for you? So I have a score mark here and a score mark here. It's in the groove of where the score blade goes. All right. And we're just going to score. And our score tool will go all the way to the other side. You can't really see it, but that's all right. So just kind of bend it and bend it. And there you go. Now you've got and here is the fun part of making this card. So what you do is you have the inside do that. Okay. Does that make sense? Push that triangle in. So like I said, this is how you usually see this card displayed, but I did not like that. I want the whole front. So we're going to put another piece right on top to cover that up. All right. But there is the pop-up mechanism. It's just this little triangle pop-up fold. All right. And I'm going to use my score tool and get that to lay down better. Okay. This side. No, come here. And then there's one in here. Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't lay completely flat, but it's a lot better than it was. Now, let's design it. Okay. Let's design it. All right. So our top is 4.25 by 5.5. That's my cardstock. All right. I'm using the cardstock. And that's going to cover my entire front like that, okay? And I'm going to use some glue so it sticks nice and doesn't move. You want to make sure you don't get any adhesive up here because then the back of your card is going to be sticky. All right, and just a little bit. There we go. A little inside. Da, 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 da. And now just stick this on here. And this is another reason why I love glue, because see how you can like move it around. So it's right where you want it. None of the card base is going to show. Well, I say that, but it's already stuck down. Great. Okay, I'll trim that off. Okay. And if that doesn't bother you, that's fine. I try not to be a perfectionist, but sometimes I just can't help it. There we go. Okay, so we have this. I'm going to go back to my comments, make sure I don't have any questions. Okay. Oh, hello, Gail. Hello from Australia. Tina says, good, so good to watch you off of work for vacation day. Yay, Tina's off work today. Awesome. Okay, no more questions. Let me continue here then. So our next piece is our designer paper. Now, I want to share with you all, some of you don't know that you can get 6x6 paper packs in the family colors. So the Calypso Coral paper is a part of our Subtles color family. All right. And it's the same. So I'm using the Favored Flowers, and the Favored Flowers has beautiful, the backsides are really pretty. The problem is if you use the backsides for everything, then you don't have this side to cut these flowers out if you use all this up. So if you don't want to use all of it up, you may use some of it, like I'm using this piece. You can get out the same color in a paper pack. So these paper packs are just tone on tone. They don't go with any stamp sets. They go with every stamp set. And so here is, the Highland Heather, the soft seafoam. What was that? So saffron. Anyways, all the way back here to Calypso Coral. And that's what the color is in this paper pack. That is what is so awesome about Stampin' Up. All the colors, all 50 more colors go with every paper pack, if that color is included in the paper pack. Okay, so you don't have to worry about matching. It always matches. So we're going to put this here. Where's my tape go? There it is. So you can get a paper pack in brights. You can get a paper pack in neutrals. You can get a paper pack. This is the Subtles and the Regals. So those are our 4 color families. But then we also have the in colors. Okay, so like right now, our new in colors this year was the Sweet Sorbet and the Parakeet Party. You can get all that in 6x6 designer paper, and you can get the one that's retiring this year, the Fresh Freesia, which is right here. I use the Fresh Freesia on this one. Okay, so cool. Love it. I love that all our paper matches. It's so awesome. All right, so this is a stamp set we're using. Okay, Fragrant Flowers. Now this does come with a die set. It cuts the flowers out, and it has a nice banner for the thanks, but I'm not using that banner. Instead, I've decided to go with the scalloped rectangle. This is in scallop and contour dies, but that's where this is from. But I want to stamp it before I put it on the card. So let me get my stamps out. Okay. Christine says, does Stampin' Up make any welcome baby stamps? Yeah, they have the that elephant one. Yes, the elephant stamp set is a welcome baby, and it had dies with it. I'm not sure if the dies are still available. They may be in the clearance rack, or you can ask another demonstrator if they have some that they're willing to sell. But yes, the baby elephant, such a cute stamp set. Back to what we're doing here. Okay. And Catherine is here from Ireland. Hello, Catherine. And we're just going to put this right up here, center it. Now I'm leaving room down here for the flower. All right, so I got that. And then the friend part. Thanks, friend. Perfect. Put this away. And so I've cut these out, and this is going to go right here. But before that, I'm going to put some twine there. So let me get my twine out. And make sure you've got enough to tie a bow. Let's see. Yeah, that's plenty. Oops. And I'm going to go around twice. Okay. And cut that off. There we go. And then I like using my clamping tweezers because this, especially this twine, it's all twisty. It's on the roll. And sometimes it just doesn't want to stay where it needs to. Oh, you know what? Hold on. That's plenty of twine, but I need the other side to be longer because my rose is going over there. Ah, okay. That should be good. How do we do? No, that's too long. Sorry. Okay. There we go. That should be good. Ah, this twisty stuff. See what I mean? Oh, it's so frustrating. All right, so let me tighten this up. All right, there we go. And now I need something desperately to hold this. I would never be able to tie a bow with it moving around and everything. So there we go. Got my clamping tweezers, and now I just tie a little bow. There we go. I don't know if y'all can hear our grandfather clock, but it is off. It is ringing 9 o'clock at 9:45, or it's ringing 10 o'clock at 9:45. I'm not sure which one it was ringing. I have to tell my husband. He needs to fix it. Okay. Put these back in the middle. Awesome. We did it. Okay. Little troubles there, but not too much. Now, this is going to go on here, but I want dimensionals. Okay. So let's do. There we go. And then dimensionals on the back. And we've got the front of our card made. Then I've got some more instructions for you to be able to get the designer paper around that pop-up mechanism. All right, and I'll show you how to do that in just a sec. So that's our next part. I just wanted to get the front done. All right, and then I'm just going to center that on there. Simple but beautiful. Don't you love simple but beautiful? There you go. Okay, let's go ahead and do our inside now. So this is the flower that's going to pop up. And we need the designer paper. So where did I put it? Is this the one? Double check. So that is 5 1/4 by 4. Yes, this is it. All right. So I'm going to be putting this paper up here. However, because we've got that fold there, we need to cut for the paper to be able to open and close. If you just try to glue it down, it's going to make a big wrinkle there, and it's just not going to be as pretty as if you cut it. So let me show you what I did here. So see how I cut it so that fold doesn't get in the way. All right. Now, but there's a trick to it. So pay attention. Here we go. I have my paper like this, and I need it cut right here. So let's get my template. Okay. Make it go the way I want it. There we go. So it's just going to turn it upside down. Ta-da. Now, this is where you definitely want a pencil because you're going to want to erase this part. All right, so there we go. 2 little marks. Get out my cutting tool. Now, just because you cut it here, you're not done. You've got one more step after this, so keep watching. Let me get that in the groove line. So I've got this pencil mark here and this pencil mark here, and we get our blade and cut that. Okay, this piece is fine, but I can see the pencil mark, so I want to erase that. This piece I'm going to have to trim. It's not going to fit quite right. So let me get this piece done first. All right, come here. And oh, we're on the inside. Let me switch banners. Hold on. There we go. Ta-da. Very good. Very good. And Now, remember, if you missed some of the instructions, you came in late, that's okay. They're going to be on the blog. Also, you can rewind this replay. If you watch this on the replay, you can rewind it and write down what it says at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so this is just going to go in here with like 1/8 of an inch all the way around. I might want to have used glue. It's kind of not, there we go, perfect. All right, but this piece, watch, see if you put this piece in here, it's going to come up and get in the way. And if you pull it down, it's going to go off the edge of the card. So we've got to trim it. And what we need to do is trim it 1/4 inch on this side and 1/4 inch at the bottom. So let me get my trimmer out again. Okay. Whoops, come here. There we go. And another nice thing about this cut and scoring tool is it's got lines at the 1/4 inches. So it makes it really nice for measuring. Cut that one and then turn it. And cut that one. Now it should fit. Get that out of the way. And voila. Yay. And so it's got the same like 1/8 of an inch all the way around. There we go. All right, so now our top is done. All right. Now, when I put the flowers on here, I want you to see that they go over the edge. Can you see that? Can you see how they're going over the edge right there? That's okay, because this fold comes down this way, and so it's going to land inside and you won't see it, okay? If you're not using this particular stamp set, die set, and you're using something else, that's fine. Just make sure before you permanently attach it to make sure, let's see, I don't know if you can see, let's see. Yeah, make sure that when it lies that it doesn't come up over the edge here or over the, goodness gracious, over the edge on this side. So just watch that, and if it's fine, then all's good. And you can come back up here and put some adhesive on. So my adhesive is not very much. You don't want to put too, you don't want your adhesive up here because the pop-up, you don't want it to stick to anything but the triangle. All right. So I'm just going ahead and leaving that in there and closing it. Oops, it moved. Ah, come on. Stay in there. There we go. And so there's our pop-up. Isn't that fun? Except when I finished the card earlier this morning, this nice purple one here, I was like, there's something missing. And so I saw this scrap of paper sitting over there and I thought, oh, that might do something for it. So I was like, yep, that's what works. So I pulled this Calypso coral that is actually the back of the paper. And we're just going to put that right there to kind of close it, give it a bottom and a top. It had a top. It like the bottom just didn't have a boundary. That's what I'm trying to say. You needed a boundary. And we are done with the oh so easy pop-up card. And you can put anything on there. Yeah, it's super easy. The traditional way to make pop-up cards is to cut the card here and make like a little box that kind of pops out. And that can be kind of difficult, but and this is so easy. Okay, so we are finished. We have 2 pop-up cards now. Yay. Aren't they pretty? Yay. You guys, thank you so much for showing up this morning. Remember, the tutorials are going to be on my blog. They're not on my blog at this moment. I need to take some pictures of all this and then get it all put up there. I try to do that right away unless something gets in the way, but I don't have anything planned this morning, so I should be able to get it up right away. Don't forget, celebration ends on the 28th. That's the last day, and my Valentine's special ends today. So you all have a blessed weekend. Make sure I didn't miss any questions. Just scrolling through real quick. Looking for question marks. Catherine asked, does Stampin' Up sell the clamping tweezers? Absolutely. Yes, they do. These clamping tweezers are in the embossing kit. Okay. It comes with other things for heat embossing. It's actually for holding your paper, so when you use the heat tool, you don't burn your fingers. That's what it's for. But oh my gosh, it's just the best clamping tweezers in the world. Good question. And Patty said, will the paper pack you talk about for free, I ordered 50 on February 6th. No, it has to be between February 14th and February 17th. It's my Valentine special. However, you are still going to get a pack of embellishments for ordering over $50. But if you order between 14 and 17, you get the embellishments and the paper pack. So good question, Patty. All right. Any other questions? Nope, I don't see any. You guys have a blessed weekend. Love ya. Bye-bye.